Welcome to Cloud Tech Talk. Let's understand 8 ways to optimize costs on Azure SQL. Across the globe, businesses are emerging into a new normal, eager to restart or rebuild, but still operating in uncertain times. Optimizing costs and redirecting the spend to where it matters most is as important as ever, and many companies see the cloud as a way to control costs, build resilience, and accelerate time to market. Customers choose Azure for a variety of reasons, but one of the main reasons is to lower their costs. What more could you do if you could save up to 80% or more on your database costs? Microsoft introduced the Azure SQL family of database services to help businesses cost-effectively adapt and scale to rapidly changing conditions. Here are the top 8 ways you can optimize your data spend, with savings available wherever you are in your digital transformation journey. 1. Maintain business continuity in the cloud with free SQL Server licenses. Use your Active Software Assurance benefit to get a free license for every SQL Server in your data center for a secondary passive replica you can use for disaster recovery to an Azure Virtual Machine. 2. Shift capex to opex with SQL Server on Azure Virtual Machines. Migrating your data to virtual machines hosted on Azure can yield real savings, over $10 million in 3 years, one by avoiding the cost and complexity of buying and managing your own physical servers. With SQL Server on Azure Virtual Machines, Azure manages the infrastructure while you purchase, install, configure, and manage your own software. Benefit even more when you register your VM with resource provider and operate more productively with a comprehensive set of manageability features like automated backups, patching, and always-on availability groups. 3. Protect your data with free security updates. For applications that rely upon SQL Server 2008 or 2008 R2, activate 3 years of free extended security updates when you migrate to Azure Virtual Machines. Use Azure Site Recovery for easy migration to the cloud with pre-configured SQL Server 2008 and 2008 R2 images in Azure Gallery. 4. Boost productivity with fully managed Azure SQL database services. Modernize your existing apps on Evergreen, fully managed services that are always on the latest version of SQL Server, where backups, high availability, performance tuning, data protection, and more are performed on your behalf. A recent Forrester Consulting study indicated Azure SQL Database and Azure SQL Managed Instance provide up to a 238% return on investment in addition to productivity improvements up to 40%. 5. Use your SQL Server licenses for discounted rates on Azure. Save up to 80% versus other cloud providers with Azure Hybrid Benefit, a unique offer that maximizes the value of your on-premises licenses in the cloud. Unlike the license mobility benefit on other clouds, Azure Hybrid Benefit covers your Windows Server licenses, too, and eases the migration of heavily virtualized SQL Server workloads by providing 4 vCores of SQL Database or SQL Managed Instance for every 1 core of SQL Server Enterprise. On top of this, you get 180 days of dual-use rights so you can maintain your on-premises operation while migrating to Azure. 6. Optimize costs through better insights. Use Azure Advisor to obtain cost savings insights on idle or underutilized VMs. Or, use Azure Cost Management to monitor and control your storage expenses and optimize usage in your SQL databases. 7. Pay only for the resources you use. Pay by the second with the only serverless SQL in the cloud. SQL Database Serverless automatically scales, pauses, and resumes compute resources based upon your workload activity, so you only pay for the resources you consume. Icertis, a leading provider of contract lifecycle management in the cloud, cut its database costs by nearly 70% with SQL Database Serverless. 8. Commit upfront and lock in rates for up to 3 years. Reduce your compute costs by up to 72% for versus pay-as-you-go pricing and budget more effectively with reservation pricing. You can save even more, up to 80%, when you combine reservation pricing with Azure Hybrid Benefit. Prepay up front at a reserved price or with convenient monthly payments at no extra cost. Get started with Azure SQL today. Thank you for watching this video on 8 ways to optimize costs on Azure SQL. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos.